Hey YouTube, it's MzCAGOMEA here again, and today I want to talk about love. L.O.V.E, love. And I'm not about to sit here and say that I know everything about love or what love really is or whatever, but I kind of had some experience on what love is not. And I remember growing up and a friend of mine told me once, he said that love is a bunch of fools walking around in a cloud of stupid. And I thought about it, and for a long time I believed that that really was what love was, because there was a time that I thought I was in love. You know, I have a son, and I had my son by somebody that I thought I loved, but I was wrong. I was not in love, and he was not in love with me. I know that for a fact now. And there are still people, for some reason, that want us to get back together, and I don't know why. I guess because, you know, when you're in a relationship, you don't really tell everything that's going on. So, you keep a lot to yourself. So, I guess they don't know the ins and outs of our relationship and the things we went through. But I can tell you that love is not a bunch of fools walking around in a cloud of stupid, because love is it's a mental thing. It really is. I learned that it is mental. You have to be aware of what you're doing. If you're walking around and you don't know if you're coming or going, then you are not in love. You are just like you're a kid, and you're probably lusting. You're in lust, and you just like the idea of being with somebody, and that is not a good thing. And sometimes you're with someone, and I can speak from experience, you're with someone because you think that you can't really do any better, so just stick with what you got, and you stick by your guy or your girl no matter what they do to you, and no matter how many times somebody comes and tells you that they seen them with somebody else, or how many times they told you themselves, or how many girls they say they possibly knocked up. But you stick right there and you say, oh, it's okay, we can deal with this together, we can deal with it together. But that is not true. You are not married to this person, and they don't love you if they are running around sticking it in everybody and letting everybody stick it in them. And you know, and I can say, when you're in those type of relationships, it scars you, like mentally and physically. A lot of people, it hurts them really bad, and it makes it really hard for them to actually realize when they really are in love, and when somebody truly cares about them, they end up not trusting anybody at all. Like me, I know it's like that song, Sabotage. A lot of us, we sabotage good things because we think they're too good to be true. So when you start getting too comfortable, you're like, hold on, something's wrong here, and you just want to back up off of it. And it's like, it's not on purpose, but it's like defense, because you don't want to go that way again. So, and I feel like, yeah, I did. For a long time, I thought that I couldn't do any better than what I had, and I wasn't, really worth a lot or anything like that. And, but I've come to realize that in my life, yes, I know I don't have like tons of boyfriends or whatever, but I realize that I deserve more than just like some old regular dude that just want to do old regular things and go on his merry way, or like what they say, tooted and booted or whatever. I deserve more than that, and I'm not saying that I'm picky or anything like that, but when you have scars from past relationships, you don't want the new person to come in and make them deeper or open them back up and make you bleed. You want them to be able to come in and reassure you that it's okay and that you can heal with them. So you gotta be able to trust them like all the way, and that's really hard. And that's really hard for me, I know. But I am getting ready to do that, I know that I don't want just any old body. I'm not perfect, and I have mental scars. I have physical scars of cancer. I have all kind of, imperfections about me, but, nobody's perfect, and I don't want the perfect person. I want somebody that knows how to work on things and knows that I can't be exactly what they want all the time, and I know they can't be what I want, and I don't want to change them. I want to be able to love them for who they are then, and that's just what I want. And it may sound dumb, may sound real simple to y'all, but to me, that's really important. I don't want somebody that'll just come in my son's life and make him love them and, fall head over heels, and then they're gone the next minute. He's already been through that. He's done that. He, of course, I want a father figure for my son, but I don't want somebody that's going to come in and teach him that a man is somebody that comes in for a minute and then leaves. That's not what I want. So, a lot of y'all might think I'm picky or whatever. It's like I don't try to give out my number to everybody online. But when you have a child, you have to consider them first. And even if you don't have a child, you need to consider yourself. You don't just need to just give it because somebody says you should. You gotta have your own mind. And that's why I know that love it's a mental thing. Sometimes they say you can't help who you love, and you'll do really dumb things for the person that you love, and you don't need to be, running around getting hurt over and over and over and over and over because you think you love somebody. If you want to go out on a limb for somebody, it needs to be for somebody that'll go out on a limb for you. It goes both ways. And they gotta be adult enough to realize some things. If you're still a little kid walking around whining and crying about you ain't got this and you need this and you can help with this, I ain't the one for you because I'm not trying to be your mama. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that in a mean way or anything, but I know most of these women feel the same way. They don't want to be your mama. It's okay to baby up the person you love sometimes and everything, but they don't want to be your mama. They want you to be the rock in the relationship. They want you to be strong for them, And I know a lot of people, they say, well, it's 50-50. Sometimes it can't always be 50-50, It's men are they're supposed to be the strong ones in the relationship, yes, and you're supposed to back them up as much as you can, as much as possible. Yeah, but you can't do that if you don't trust somebody, and they're not going to do that if they don't trust you and they don't love you. They're not going to be your rock. They're not going to be there to support you through anything. They're not going to be there if you get sick. They're going to dip out on you if one thing goes wrong, and they'll just be like, look, I can't deal with this. I'm not ready. I thought I was, but I'm not. Dip. That's not a man. That is not a man. And I know that for a fact because my mama and my daddy have been married over 40 years. And my mama has been sick for a long time, and my daddy did not leave her. I know there are a lot of people that are getting divorced and stuff nowadays, and that's just not me. That's not something I want to do, I see them, and I know it's possible. Like a lot of people say, oh, marriage is overrated nowadays. People should just, be open and do whatever they want to do. Negative. If that's the way you feel about it, you don't need to come at me because I don't want to share, I don't. I don't want to share, and I don't want to waste my time. I've learned that the purpose of dating someone is to actually get to know them well enough so that maybe one day you can eventually marry them. If they're not the person that in your mind you can see yourself marrying, you don't need to be dating them, wasting all your time and your energy on them. What's the point? You know what I mean? So that's what I got to say about it. So, I don't know. I'm not an expert or anything like that, and I'm not claiming to be, but, you know, people just need to wise up a little bit, you know, and not just take it because it's rosy and beautiful and it feels good and soft for the moment or whatever, because it can go down in a hot second. And when everything hits the fan, where are you gonna be? You know, are you gonna still be with the person that you claim you love, or are you gonna be back by yourself? You know, saying, "Oh, I'm lonely, lonely, lonely," you know, and you know, it's been said over and over and over, I can do bad by myself. Why in the world do I want to have somebody with me that's not even going to attempt to pull me up out of my hole? You know, I can do bad all by myself. I don't need to be bad with you. I sure don't. And I'm not saying that I'm out here doing everything right or nothing like that. But when you're in a relationship, you need to be willing to try. And people nowadays are not willing to try. They just want to be with somebody because they think they're cute and they think they can take them and show them to their friends. And, you know, or I don't know, whatever reason. I don't know, because I haven't been in a serious relationship in a very long time. So, you know, but I know that it's just not the way it should be. It's the way it is, but it's not the way it should be. And that's why, like, a lot of people, not just women, a lot of people have scars that they just can't heal. And, you know, of course you can't do it by yourself. You know, you gotta have God in your life to help you through some things, you know. And it would help if you had somebody that actually gave 2 cents about you. You know what I'm saying? And somebody that wasn't crazy. You know, because you can be like a little bit crazy, because everybody got a little bit of crazy in them, but somebody that's got some sense. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. You know, love is it's a hard thing to put your finger on. It's such a little word, but it has so much meaning. And I know that to different people it means different things. But I'm here to tell you right now, I'm not going to love you because you can give me a car. I'm not impressed by all that stuff. I'm not impressed by you flashing your rings and your chains and, you know, and showing me your albums and all that stuff. Like, I'll support you 100% in anything that you do. But I'm not the type to be impressed by all the flash, you know, because, like, I'm a simple country girl, and that's the way it is. That's the way I've always been. That's the way I was raised. And I don't need, like, this big flashy life to be happy. You know what I mean? So that's not gonna, like, even touch me. You come tell me that you got all these things, I'm gonna be extremely happy for you. I'm not gonna hate on you. I'm gonna be extremely happy for you. And yeah, I might wish I had your car because mine's always breaking down. But I'm not gonna hate you. I'm not gonna hate you for having your nice car, and I'm not gonna, like, throw myself at you because I want your car. You know, it's just not. It's not the way I am, and it's not the way that relationships should begin at all. That's a bad start, and that's just like disaster waiting to happen. So I don't know. Let me know. I can trust you. I'm like, yeah, maybe. You never know. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like people say, I'm picky, they say I'm intimidating around here. But that's what my brother says anyway. I don't believe because I'm nice. But that's what he says, and I don't know, people around here, they don't really like try to talk to me or anything, but I don't know if it's the vibe I put off or whatever, but at any rate, it doesn't matter. Eventually, we find the one that's right for us, and if we don't, then please don't go through your life like just sexing everybody because it's not worth it. There are too many things going on right now. There are like way too many diseases that life is stressful enough without having to be sick unnecessarily. don't go making yourself sick for 30 seconds of good loving. Because I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of these men, they ain't really worried trying to satisfy you. They ain't worried about what you got going on. They just trying to, like, get off and get gone. You know what I mean? So, don't go, you know, doing crazy stuff, thinking that if you do this with this guy, then he's going to stay with you, he's going to love you, because that is so wrong. And don't go doing crazy stuff after he says, okay, I'm out, you know. You knew what it was. You knew what it was when he came to your house. You knew what it was. When you took him to your bedroom and you didn't know his last name, you already knew what it was. So, just be careful, you know what I'm saying? And think about things. Think hard. Not too hard. Don't overthink it like I tend to do sometimes. Because that'll mess you up. It's part of the whole sabotage process. So, let's try not to sabotage things. Let's try to, learn how to trust again. And, yeah, I don't know. That's all I really got to say about it. But, you guys tell me what you think. I don't know. They say I'm young, but I'm old. I feel old. Anyways, it was good talking to you guys, and I will talk to you soon. And don't forget to check out the videos, and don't forget to check out CVE and CVNRC. The local rap groups here. So, bye.